How about now? Range mind. The courtroom is still muted. We're not getting any audio feed out of them. Uh, but good morning. It's Friday. We've had an interesting week in court. We've had Michael Proctor on the stand. His supervisor um, yesterday ended with some forensic lab tech people. I think we're done with that. We're not sure what the first witness the state's going to call this morning, but we should get some instructions from Aunt Bev here in a few minutes and figure out who that's going to be. Anticipate the state is going to close. Could be today or Monday. We're getting down towards the end of this, and I think the defense has got at least a week's worth of defense coming. We've got a range-minded podcast, the range-minded on. We've got veteran LT3 watching live, giving comments. So anybody else got any comments? Feel free to throw in on it. I'm hoping our friend Dante will join us back, and maybe Lisa and a few others. I'm wondering if we're going to see the ME, the medical examiner, at any point before the end of the state's case. I'm really looking forward to that, and hoping that we do. Um, I think that is a key witness as far as what happened, what happened, and um, what the state alleges is the cause of death, and what some of the injuries could be, or are the cause to some of the injuries that we see on the photographs that are moving around. And range minded asks, do you think the defense will use a scalpel or a machete? That's a good question. I think it's going to be a scalpel. I think they're going to try to cut some of the certain pieces of evidence, throw some doubt on it. I think McCabe's, as Kingdom likes to say, is laid out, is house long to die at 227. Currently, the way that evidence got in, the first Celebrite run didn't reveal that one. It was the second, or I think it was even the defense's expert that pulled that information, or took the Celebrite data and uncovered that there was a deleted Google at 227. Hang on. And McCabe's point on the stand was, "I didn't make that. I didn't do that until I was asked to do that by Karen Reed on the roadside after uh, uh, O'Keefe's body had been found." So there's the contention. The state's saying, or the state's witness is saying, "Hey, that didn't happen, so no harm, no foul." I know that Kingdom is laying it out there that it's a fact, but I'm hoping that the state's going to come in with their Celebrate witness and show how they know that it was at 227. I expect to see some of the key players back on the stand. Expect to see McCabe back on the stand, possibly even Proctor uh, back on the stand to go over the testimony in some different scopes. Once the defense calls a witness, they could change the scope slightly. But the defense could literally call Jennifer McCabe back up and cross-examine her, and try to paint her in the point that she's lying, and here's the evidence right in front of your face that you can't deny this, that this is what happened. So the defense case is definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be a case to remember. Now, also you've got I know Kingdom speaks of this one is a lot as well, but you've got the FBI investigation, or the federal investigation, that used accident reconstruction experts to reconstruct this accident. And the little word on the street from Turtle Boy is that this team has said that there's zero chance that his injuries are consistent with him being struck by a vehicle. There's, according to the Kingdom, no way it didn't happen, and they're going to come in and testify, saying we guarantee as experts it didn't happen this way. And now, what's interesting is that is from a federal investigation, uh, and the federal investigation felt so strongly about it, they offered this information to the defense at no charge, these experts. So if that's true, that's remarkable. Very rare that it happens, and it will be interesting to see what these reconstructionists come in and actually say. But it's like, and I know when I give Kingdom a hard time. I know what I personally or intentionally don't go see exactly what Turtle Boy's opinion is on certain things, because we'll go back to the black shoe that was blown up, a black soul shoe that was blown up and thrown out on the uh, social media world as something that if it is true that there's not some reason for it, uh, Alan Jackson would be derelict in his duty not to bring that up and not to put that into the point of cross examination. And I'm still not sure what the answer to that is. Whether there's an explanation for it that's obvious that everybody in that courtroom knows, and we don't, or if it's something that will the defense will bring up, and their reasoning for bringing it up is for some scope reasons that they want to bring it up under the defense and check it out. But if you could prove that that photo is for sure showing a black soled shoe and that there's not some sort of other quirk reason for it, in the shoe that was entered in evidence as white, I'll go back again and say again that is very difficult proof for any person to get over that evidence wasn't tampered with, and I think it would make you uh, lose faith in the integrity of the state's entire investigation. Yep. And, yeah, I think that's saying the same thing. I'm ready to see if the defense even brings it up. If it doesn't, I would go through the fact that I think that there's for sure some sort of anomaly that we're looking at in the photograph. There is some discussion that Karen Reed is not happy about. Looks like a sidebar is going on. Yeah, range. I don't know if they're going to use the shoe or not. I will say that if that photograph is absolutely showing a black soled shoe and they've got a white soled shoe in evidence, I really think an attorney could be disbarred by not bringing that up. It's so stark, um, and it's so plain and in your face, so to speak. So I don't. I just don't know. Yeah, once again, the shadow theory is coming in. I can't tell you if it is a shadow or not. I just don't know. I just don't know enough about photography or how things can be manipulated, um, or what anomalies could occur with what's going on there that makes the bottom of that sole look black in a photograph. But it damn sure looks black, and it doesn't look. I can't tell. Like you look for shadows in a photograph. You look at this light source and everything that's the opposite of the light source. Kind of has a casted shadow. I will say I don't see that in the photograph. But I haven't examined it as close as some others have. I've seen it here when Kingdom pulls it up, but um, I just don't know. I do say that if it is what is being reported and what us laymen think it is, I think we'll see it on the defense case. But I do expect the state to take an onslaught. That the real battle is really going to begin at the state's case. Guys, I'm gonna step away just for a quick minute while we wait on the sidebar. I'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Joe Lanu here. SigSoda.com has come up with an exclusive hat design to show your support for our friend Dexter Taylor, aka Carbon Mike. Message me on X to order, and $10 of every purchase goes to the Dexter Taylor Legal Defense Fund. Sig Soda is your source for Pro 2A Amendment gear, official sponsor of the Night Court Show. Let's show Sig Soda some love and some support.
Oh no, I stepped back to rainbow feed cut. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like it's been actually cut from the courthouse. Looked like it kicked us back to the ceiling fan. We're having a ceiling fan discussion this morning. Vet actually questioned ceiling fan about its opinions on the case, but was quickly shut down because the ceiling fan has proper ethics and explained that it's a neutral ceiling fan in a courtroom and could not render an opinion until after the jury's deliberated. So good job, ceiling fan. Um, and vet, way to put the ceiling fan on the spot. Rain says, "Shadow or not, I think there's enough doubt that that Jackson doesn't want to look stupid. But if it is a black soul, game over uh, for the state. 100%. It may be game over for the state now when it comes to reasonable doubt. Really, reasonable doubt can breed two things: a hung jury or a not guilty verdict. Not guilty is obviously the best solution for a defendant, but I would just honestly, I think it's a hard time believing that you're not going to have somebody that's going to hang in this jury that won't have the deep enough conviction to commit Karen Reed after this trial. There's just been a lot of it. And of course, Rain says the level of conspiracy is so deep in this case, I can't imagine how big the good old boy club is. It's just like having Kingdom sitting in here with us. Yes. Um, I just don't know if it's conspiracy or if it's incompetence. Once again, it's hard to say for me. Definitely something up. Definitely not what you want are the standard bar set for performance of the state when prosecuting a citizen, in my opinion, or investigating a murder. And Vet, being a rational, reasonable individual that he is, he agrees with me that yeah, arranged a lot of incompetent investigations going on. Surprised if she is convicted. So I think he meant yes, range. A lot of incompetent investigation going on that he would be surprised if convicted as well. So yeah, I agree. I I would be shocked. Of course, now you have closing. You've got some opportunity for the state to try to clean up the case, even today. I do expect to see the stronger witnesses, the witnesses that the defense really can't put a lot to on cross examination. I do expect to see those at the end. I think the state wants to leave with a competent impression on the jury from this investigation versus Proctor, for example, being your last witness. I think that would be poor choice by the prosecutor on how he arranged his case. But we'll see. Uh, yeah, Proctor was just a train wreck. I was trying to come up with something on that, but the Proctor testimony was a train wreck. Uh, Regardless if he did everything right, the text messages that he sent, he allowed the defense to paint him in such a light that I think it would be difficult for any reasonable person to say 100% sure that he approached the Karen Reed case or the John O'Keefe murder case with open eyes and followed evidence versus here's my suspect. Let me make the evidence fit my narrative on this. Um, and it's a discussion that Kingdom and I have had that uh, he's like guaranteed should have gone into the house. Of course, he and I have had this discussion about. I don't know if you look at in the chronological timeline as officers received information, at what point that they had a good opportunity to write a warrant to go in the house, and how far down the road would that have been from the actual time of the offense. I'm not sure when that would be. I don't think that all things that they discovered came to light at 8 o'clock that morning, as it seems that he asserts. Would I have made contact is if it was my investigation? Of course, it was not my investigation. I'm not even a police officer any longer. I'm investigating anything. But of course, I can sit in my chair in Monday morning quarterback and say, absolutely, I would have knocked on the door, made contact. And I still say that I would have, especially if it was a law enforcement officer, because I would have expected a certain level of understanding of my investigation and cooperation in my investigation. And Vet says he agrees those text messages make it seem like he already found his killer, even without doing a thorough investigation. Even if that's not true, I promise you, more than one person in the jury is left with that impression after his testimony. Making the comments about the defendant to his friends, keeping his sister updated on the investigation. It all just does not sound good. Does not um, purport an unbiased and a blind lady justice when it comes to the investigation on that. There wasn't a weighing of the evidence and determining which way the evidence would take us to go. Well, even if there was, these text messages would leave the impression that that didn't happen. And it looks like from the little sneak peek we had, it looked like they're probably doing some sidebarring in there. They may be working on this next witness that's going to try, or who's going to testify. And you'll notice what this, and every judge does things slightly different. that especially with Alan Jackson, and she starts to reprimand him on his questioning after an objection that she sustains. She'll mention that that's not what you agreed in sidebar. So I think this judge likes to do a lot of sidebars and tries to get some of the issues that could be obvious that could come up as far as objections in the way certain witnesses are going to be questioned. I think she's doing that in advance on sidebar so the attorneys can move a little faster. I have seen judges do that. I've seen other judges not. They hash it out right there on the floor like gladiators. But I think that's the way this judge does, and we could be experiencing a bit of a delay this morning because of that. Hopefully, because they're talking about the medical examiner's testimony. Oh,
Thank you. Please
we've got
proceed to
sound,
closing
folks.
session.
We're live.
22117, the Commonwealth versus Karen Reed.
All right, I'll see counsel at sidebar.
Well, we're at the sidebar. First thing this morning, no coffee, no donuts. Come talk to me on the sidebar because we got issues. Sounds like a good day. And also a reminder to anybody watching, we have room in the studio if anybody would like to come in and give live commentary to this, give their opinions on the live stream. You're absolutely welcome to do it. Don't have to be on video if you don't like. And we can have a good Friday with this. But your single host today is going to be just Joe Lanou. May have some visitors in and out, but you just have me today. Range minded, is the sidebar also a buffet? Well, that would be convenient. Maybe just like an olive bar with some select cheeses, so you could just snack and peruse. As you go over whatever it is the sidebar is about, the content of it. Ved's asking if I think that sidebars are a benefit or a hindrance to the defense. Um, I think it depends on how they're handled. I think where the state can hinder a defense is they can. I think we saw some of this in the Donald Trump trial in New York, from what I understand, is that the state can narrow the scope as to what the defense can bring up as a defense. Those of you that follow the Dexter Taylor case, that the judge there said you can't use the Second Amendment as a defense to this crime in this courtroom, so don't bring it up. That could most likely was a sidebar conversation, veteran that you're speaking of. So I think it depends on. I think it depends on the nature of the sidebar, not necessarily the sidebar itself. And range mind, it says, I know the state is looking for more waffles. I don't get are you talking about the reference when he said that that she really waffled him when Proctor was texting his friends? Doing quite a bit of it this morning. Vet said, brother, if I wasn't putting up gutters right now, he would come into the studio and square us away. But he said, unfortunately, he's having to do man's work and skilled work this morning by installing gutters in a proper and professional manner. So we appreciate you, veteran, for what you do. And do know, my friend, that you would join in the studio and give your 2 cents worth in a heartbeat. We appreciate you. But I will say, I can I can hold this down. May not be quite as funny as Kingdom, but that just means that your sense of humor is too sensitive. Because I'm pretty damn funny. Make myself laugh on a regular basis, sometimes out loud. Tell you what, let's go over the. Let's take a look at Kingdom's day one Michael Proctor review, and I'll be watching. If we go live, I'll bring us back and cut this.
Welcome to Michael Proctor on Kingdom Radio.
Appears to be a picture of a toy Santa Claus. I never received a gift. I never asked for a gift. My wife never received a gift. She never asked for a gift.
On Santa's naughty list.
Wasn't sharing anything specific on cases with my family or anyone. She's a whack job. Cunt. C-U-N-T. States, okay, that's fucked up. She hot at least? Yes, she's a babe. No ass. Is that chick a smoke? Nut bag, as Chief would say. She's got a leaky balloon knot. Leaks poo. Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far. I hate that man. I truly hate him. Sergeant Mechanic liked it.
Like what?
Going through his retarded client's phone, sir.
Did the warrant say anything about looking for nudes?
Objection.
Did it
Did it say
No,
say
something for
anything about
dudes?
that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, next
No, it didn't.
That would be an abuse. Hey, McFly,
You indicated 15th, correct?
What do you think you're doing? Hey, I'm talking to you, McFly, you Irish bug. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think.
You indicated 15th, correct? You indicated 15th, correct?
I respond, said the Alberts beat the shit out of O'Keefe, left him for dead. And the very least, it's suspicious. That's another animal we won't be able to prove. She's gross. Tribute to Chico. Oh, fuck her, bitch. I text my wife, waiting to lock this whack job up.
Got mud tint in my shoes.
Hope who's gonna be looking for him.
That's another animal we won't be able to prove.
Okay, I want to break in. There's some developing on this that evidently the camera yesterday, I'm just getting some information on this, caught a member of the jury, and that there may not be any more cameras in court today. Give me a second. I'm going to try to pull up, I hate to say it, a Turtle Boy feed that'll give us some backside information on this. But we may be done with feeds in the courtroom. I'm working on it now. I'll give you updates.
Welcome to Michael. Welcome to Michael Proctor on Kingdom Radio.
Appears to be a picture of a toy Santa Claus. I never received a gift. I never asked for a gift. My wife never received a gift. She never asked for a gift.
On Santa's naughty list.
Wasn't sharing anything specific on cases with my family or anyone. She's a whack job. Cunt. C-U-N-T. States, okay, that's fucked up. She hot at least? Yes, she's a babe. No ass. Is that chick a smoke? Nut bag, as Chief would say. She's got a leaky balloon knot. Leaks poo. Funny, I'm going through his retarded client's phone. No nude so far. I hate that man. I truly hate him. Sergeant Mechanic liked it.
Like what?
Going through his retarded client's phone, sir.
Did the warrant say anything about looking for nudes?
Objection.
Did it
Did it say
No,
say
something for
anything about
dudes?
that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, next
No, it
one.
didn't.
So that would be an abuse.
Hey, McFly,
You indicated 15th, correct?
what do you think you're doing? Hey, I'm talking to you, McFly, you Irish bug. Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think, McFly, think.
You indicated 15th, correct? You indicated 15th, correct?
I respond, said the Alberts beat the shit out of O'Keefe, left him for dead. And the very least, it's suspicious. That's another animal we won't be able to prove. She's gross. Trooper de Chico, oh, fuck her, bitch. I text my wife, waiting to lock this whack job up.
He's in trial.
All right, we're gonna listen in on Turtle Boy, see what we can find out.
Like, people are saying, take it down now. Like, delete it and start over. Like, why should I delete? Like, I have not been told to delete. Like, what am I doing? What have I done wrong? I've done nothing wrong. I have not received any orders to take anything down. Nobody has told me to take anything down. You all saw it. You all saw it. Like, I've not, like, what is this thing where we just have to preemptively give up our First Amendment rights just in case? Like, if I'm told by a court to take down the stream, then I guess I have no choice. But I have not been told. Just delete it, protect yourself. Dude, this mentality too, I appreciate the sentiment, you guys. But like this whole just delete, protect yourself. You know how else I can protect myself, guys? But just not talking at all. Like, you understand that? Like, that is an un-American thing to do. Like, oh, just delete it, protect yourself. Yeah, I could just protect myself by not talking about the Karen Reed trial at all. If I had never talked about the Karen Reed case at all, I would have no legal problems whatsoever. Like, so like, this is insane. Like, just, I mean, this is what I mean by the chilling effect. If I'm told to delete something, I've nobody's called me and said, delete that. You have to delete that. Cameraman accidentally filmed a juror who was you pointed out a juror. Nobody else did. Bro, they're on film. I'm texting my lawyer. Cameraman accidentally filmed a juror.
Folks, I'm still trying to put this together.
Being called up. Yeah, people who was being called up. I'm not taking shit down. Like if they want to tell me to take shit down, then I'll take it down. I have not been ordered by anyone. I mean, it's pathetic that people are like, well, just take it down preemptively. Like you're willing to give up your First Amendment rights without them even asking you to. You're a slave to the system. I have not been even asked to take down this stream. I've done nothing wrong. I'm live streaming myself, watching a publicly available YouTube video. And you all saw it. There's thousands of people watching. You cannot unsee it. Thousands of people have probably screenshotted a picture of that juror. You all have it. People are going to share that on Twitter. There is nothing the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office or Auntie Bev can do to stop that. I don't have to share it. Do they not understand it's out there? They can't unring the bell. It's out there. People got it. People are in my inbox right now sending me a picture of it. I can't stop that. Like, I can't undo that. Me deleting the stream is not going to undo what everybody saw and that everybody screenshotted. Okay? It's on Facebook. I see it on Twitter now. This woman's picture is everywhere. It is not my fault that this judge cannot control her courtroom. That she could not, and the court officers bring her in, and she doesn't tell she knew this juror was coming in. And she didn't tell the cameraman, pan down. When the kids came in, they took all the precautions.
Murder trial. This as the jury tries to digest a lot of forensic evidence presented yesterday. Ray's back now with the new cell phone moments that prosecutors say show that Karen Reed went back to the house John O'Keefe was found dead outside of.
Rachel, 3 scientists took to the stand yesterday about the DNA they found from John O'Keefe at the scene. 2 scientists from the Mass State Police testified O'Keefe's DNA was found on Karen Reed's broken taillight. Reed's lawyer said there's no way to know how or when that DNA evidence got onto the car. Since it was
I think the word that he was looking for was public domain. The pictures are in the public domain now, so there's something they can do about it.
They say cell phone.
Yeah, and by the way, good morning, Big Ron. I saw you come in on us, brother. I was going to go to the feeds trying to get some more information on this.
Yeah, morning, Joe.
I think public domain is what he's saying. Once it's out there, you can't put that cat back in the bag. We're going to see what's going to do about it. Can't figure out if it was something his camera caught or another news media camera's caught, or if it was actually live feed coming out of the courtroom that caught this. I'm doing some back end research on that.
Yeah, he seemed to be going off about it pretty hard, and I think he got on a tangent instead of staying on path, and I think that's what the problem was. Is he kind of went off there a little bit. We can't figure out what he was talking about.
I don't have experience with that.
Reed's attorney says she did not return to 34.
You talking about Turtle Boy?
Like the prosecution suggests.
He got real spun up about that comment, and I think he got off track on it.
Find it because
when he could have just said it's in the public domain. There's nothing I can do about it. Then pressed on.
9 o'clock. Rachel.
Yeah, he seems to. That seems to be his normal attitude.
Hi, I'm attorney Nicole Armstrong from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 2, beware of strangers. If you've been in an accident and a stranger contacts you to get your case, watch out. They're breaking the law. These crooks knock on your door, send you text messages, and even go into your
stadium. Great round of applause for Bill Belichick. Maybe a little more tacit there for Robert Kraft. But one firefighter suffered a minor injury in Brockton. Flame shooting out of this.
Well, they're saying they're covering it here live. This is live video updates. Judge calls immediate recess in the sidebar with juror and Karen Reed trial.
Appears to be accidental.
Testimony continues this morning in the Karen Reed murder trial. This as the jury tries to digest a lot of forensic evidence presented yesterday. Ray's back now with the new cell phone moments that prosecutors say show that Karen Reed went back to the house John O'Keefe was found dead
That's what we're trying to figure
outside
out
of.
there, Dante,
Rachel,
is how
three
exactly
scientists
that
took to the
happened.
stand yesterday about the DNA they found from John O'Keefe at the scene. Two scientists from the Mass State Police testified O'Keefe's DNA was found on Karen Reed's broken taillight. Reed's lawyer said there.
Instead of replaying that again, I'm going to read. The court clerk tells Boston 25 that the judge has ordered the camera off for at least the rest of the morning because it caught a juror. The photographer had a wide shot at the time and didn't see the photographer get the notice that a juror was coming in. You know what? I may have seen that. I think it was a lady in a red blouse or red shirt that came in like you see everyone else come in. I'm not sure what direction the jury's come in. The judge calls a recess, goes to her chambers. We have been given no indication as to what the juror issue is. KR and her Karen Reed and her team are huddled together. Judge announces at 9:20. Judge announces cameras to be shut off. 9:15. We begin with sidebar involving one juror who's speaking with the judge, prosecution, defense attorneys. So yeah, I guess that's where we're at the moment with the Karen Reed trial.
I'm not sure
The
what
explanation there, Dante, is that they were on a wide angle, and when they stepped in, you know what? I'm going to go back.
I'm not sure what a camera blackout for the rest of the day is going to do. It's already been done. What's the point? What are they trying to hide?
Well, it's not that they're trying to hide anything. It's just to show that they take
They care.
it serious. Yeah. I want to go back to a feed that I was watching that when I hit it, it takes me back. Just a second. Folks, Court TV says they will be live in 2 hours at 11 a.m. So I don't know if that's a ruling out of the court. Still trying to dig in. It says here the judge has ordered cameras off for the morning session. The Commonwealth case continues as the murder trial of Karen Reed is accused of murdering her boyfriend and tells the story. So I don't know any more details other than it has been shut off. And if that be the case, we might take us a 2-hour break. I guess I could. Well, no, I tell you what, we could play. And I also, Big Ron, I inadvertently used our. If you look at the title of the night court video police review scheduled show, which is going to be a problem for our evening show, but I did do that this morning prior to coffee. So,
any mistakes prior to coffee are completely acceptable and forgivable.
Moments of insanity. What's Dante say? If they cut the feed, the camera guy is going to have to go into hiding. Yeah, Dante's probably right about that. There may be some public hate out there to cut off this main line of addictive material that people have been consuming, including ourselves. Guys, just bear with the silence for a minute. I'm looking for some either content to put up or we may shut this down for a couple hours and come back. What do you guys watching think? You want to do some reruns or just refresh this at 11 a.m., 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern?
I've got nothing but time on my hands till next Friday, my friend.
Well, that's not exactly true. You have some duties.
I do have some duties, but those duties are asleep right now.
Good deal. She needs some rest.
Yeah, she does. Well, if it hasn't already been done, I want to welcome Vet and Range and Dante to the channel today. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you.
Big Ron, those guys are, all three of them, nothing but trouble. They're like Eddie Haskell. They're always around and nothing but trouble.
I know. I love those guys.
So do I.
Love those guys to death. Range says he's okay with a pause.
You know what? I'm not seeing anything. There's not any real new information. All live feeds, with the exception of Turtle Boy, who's just saying, "Oh, I take another down." All live feeds are coming out of. Hang on a second.
Yeah, Turtle's pretty spot on. Or him. I'm sorry. You're pretty spot on with Turtle just being spun up right now.
Guys, let's take a break. Let's take a break till 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Eastern time, because I'm not finding anything that's of any interest other than just replaying something I know that our viewers that are watching right now have absolutely already seen.
1 hour recess.
Rain says he's okay with a pause, and then of course Vet's gonna say, "Big good morning, Big Ron."
Hey, you're in there too, Joe. Can't forget Joe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being facetious with that, because he says Joe, you're right. Way to go, veteran. That's very proud and proper response there for you, my friend. But folks, we're going to end this one. Let me reset my night court stream. For those of you that are watching, do catch us tonight at 9 to 11 Eastern p.m. We'll do our night court police video review with our law enforcement panel, attorneys, and civilians, reviewing law enforcement encounters that have been recorded. It's a great show. We do it every Friday, and expect this one to be a great one as well. But until then, I'm going to kill the stream, and we'll see you guys at 11 a.m. Eastern for the resuming the Karen Reed murder trial. Thanks, folks.